Okay, so let us start with allegations and mixtures. Okay, it is a very important chapter. Okay, for any exam, for CAT 100%. Sometimes in paper there are two questions on allegations and mixtures, and of course it is a supporting chapter. In profit and loss we need it. Ratio proportion, of course we need it. Okay, so this is a supporting as well as a very vital chapter. So in allegations, okay, so allegation means linking. Okay, so say for example there is uh, two types of rice or two types of tea leaves. Okay, one is an expensive tea leaf, okay, which costs around rupees 100 per kilo. Another one is a cheaper, which is around rupees 50 per kilo. Now these two are mixed. Some amount is picked up from here, some amount is picked up from here. Okay, some amount is picked up from the expensive one, some amount is picked up from the cheaper one. Both of them are mixed, and an average price of say rupees 75 per kilo is reached. We are asked to find out what is the ratio of this expensive tea leaf to the cheaper tea leaf. What is the ratio of these two mixture? What is the ratio of these two grades in the mixture? So what do? We use the butterfly technique. Okay. So what do? We write down the expensive tea leaf price over here in per kilo. Remember that always the price in this allegation rule should be in per kilo, and here we write down rupees 50 per kilo. Here we write down the mean price per kilo. So that gives me 25. Now what does the allegation rule state? The allegation rule states quantity of cheaper by quantity of expensive equals to, see which is the cheaper, this one. So 25 divided by which is the expensive, this one. So that is 1 by 1, so 1 is to 1. All right, did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Ishika, Ritama, Supratim.
স্যার আরেকবার একটু বলবে?
সুপ্রতিম, বুঝতে পেরেছো? Okay, so what we are doing, see this is the type of sum that we get in allegation. How will you understand that the sum is of allegation type? Okay, it will be there will be two grades of material given. Okay, one should be expensive and the other is cheaper. Two types of material given, two types of ingredients are given, one is expensive and the other is cheaper, and their prices will be given. The price of the expensive one in per kilo, the price of the cheaper one per kilo, and some amount of the expensive one is picked up and some amount of the cheaper one is picked up, and they're mixed. When they're mixed, we get the price of the mixture. Okay, the question is what is the ratio of the quantity of the two grades in the mixture? কোয়ান্টিটি জিজ্ঞেস করবে, ঠিক আছে? প্রাইস তো দিয়ে দেবে, যদি প্রাইস দিয়ে দেয় তাহলে রেশিও প্রাইস জিজ্ঞেস করতে পারে, বাট কোয়ান্টিটি জিজ্ঞেস করে 99% কেসে। ওকে, So here I have taken expensive tea leaf as rupees 100 per kilo, cheaper tea leaf as rupees 50 per kilo. What is the average price? Average price is 75 per kilo. Now you just put it in this way. This is called alligation, linking. So we are putting the expensive one over here, expensive price. We are putting the cheaper price over here. We are putting the average price over here. Now what we are doing, we are subtracting it by crisscross method. So 100 minus 75 is 25 and 75 minus 50 is 25. See, we are not taking always final minus initial and average minus this value, no, bigger one minus smaller one, that's it. So 100 minus 75 is 25, 75 minus 50 is 25. Okay, so quantity of cheaper by quantity of expensive, quantity of cheaper by quantity of expensive is equals to, see, cheaper is in the numerator, this was the cheaper one, this was the expensive one. So quantity of cheaper by quantity of expensive is equals to, who is sitting below cheaper? 25. Who is sitting below expensive? 25. I mean, in this case both came 25, that is why 25 25. Okay, it can be something different also. And then you just cut it out, you get 1:1. So that means in this mixture, in this final mixture, the quantity of cheaper is to quantity of expensive is 1:1. মাঝখানে সবসময় অ্যাভারেজ থাকবে। Do you understand, Ritama, Ishika,
Yes,
Supratim?
I understand.
Yes, sir. That's true.
Supratim?
Sir.
Okay, okay. Now do one sum. See, there are alligations and mixtures is completely formula oriented. I mean, little bit of logic, more of formula. So we will do one formula and then we will do a sum on that. So this is a type of formula only. We will do a sum on this. Okay, I'm just sending this sum. I'm doing this from Pearson book. Okay, this book has some good sums on ratio. Sorry, alligations and mixture. There is one formula which is not there in this book that I will collect it next year. I will tell you. It's a big formula but very useful. And there are questions from that formula. That formula is not there in Arun Sharma. That formula is not there in Pearson. That formula was there in one of my GATE books, which I have thrown away. What to do with so many? I had 3 GATE books. And I mean, surprisingly, that particular book had this formula. It really had that formula. In GATE also we have general aptitude. So there also we have alligation mixture. That formula was there in that book. It was GK publication. I have sent one sum. Okay. Can you try that sum? In what ratio should coffee powder costing rupees 2500? Yes. In what ratio? ইহাতে কাম ছিল না ঠিক আছে এক পরীক্ষার আগে আরেকবার খেপিয়ে দিও In what ratio should coffee powder costing rupees 2500 per kg be mixed with coffee powder costing 1500 per kg so that the cost of the mixture is 2250 per kg? It's very simple.
So option D.
Option
1:3. D.
No.
D. 1:3.
No. C is the right answer. I think you flipped it. See, 2500 is the expensive one 1500 is the cheaper one. The average one is 2250. So this will give me 250. This will give me 750. Okay, so this is expensive, this is cheap. Okay, so quantity, you see what has been asked, in what ratio should coffee powder costing? So that means the expensive one divided by the cheaper one, that has been asked. Okay, it has been given, you see, in what ratio should coffee powder costing 2500 be mixed with coffee powder costing 1500? That means the expensive one by cheaper one. So below expensive, what do we have? 750. Below cheaper one, what do we have? 250. That is 3 by 1. Okay, so Niladri, be very careful. Okay, you got the right answer, but you flipped
I
it. You found a cheaper by expensive, and you were about to select D, and D is the answer because they know that what mistakes you can make. All right,
Okay, sir.
Ishika.
Sir, we will do 750 by 350.
250. Why 350?
Sir, how 250?
2500
Ah,
minus 2250 is 250, right? সুপ্রতিম, বুঝতে পেরেছো সামটা?
yes.
সুপ্রতিম, বুঝতে পেরেছো সামটা?
স্যার একটু এতে দেখানো, এরকম বারবার না এই সোয়াপ করতে একটু প্রবলেম হচ্ছে।
কি 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 দেখাবো?
একটু স্ক্রিনটা দেখানো অঙ্কটা।
এ বাবা, যা, স্ক্রিন তো আমি শেয়ার করে রেখেছি।
না
দাঁড়া দাঁড়া, আবার শেয়ার করছি, দাঁড়া, আনশেয়ার করে আবার শেয়ার করছি। অঙ্কটা আমি কিন্তু হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে পাঠিয়েছি, কারণ এটা আমি বই থেকে করছি, বুঝলে তো?
না ঠিক আছে স্যার, মানে এটা স্ক্রিনে রাখলে সুবিধা, বারবার ওই ট্যাব সোয়াপ করলে না মানে
ও
অসুবিধা হয়।
আচ্ছা 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 আচ্ছা,
মানে আপনি কখন বলছেন বুঝতে পারছি।
ওকে ওকে। ভিডিওটাকে রাখার কোনো মানে হয় না, আটকে গেছে। ওকে, দেখতে পাচ্ছ এবার?
হ্যাঁ স্যার, হ্যাঁ এটা জানি, এটা বুঝেছি অঙ্কটা।
ওকে, ঠিক আছে, আমি এই সেম কনসেপ্টের উপর আরেকটা সাম পাঠাচ্ছি।
কালকে যেগুলো আমাকে মার্ক করে দিয়েছেন, একটা অঙ্ক বুঝতে পারছি না এখানে।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, ওটা পাঠিয়ে দিও। ঠিক আছে, আগে আমি এটা করিয়ে নিই। ওটা কি অ্যালিগেশনসের ছিল? আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, ওটা আমাকে পাঠিয়ে পাঠিয়ে রেখো। ঠিক আছে, আগে আমি যেটা করাবো সেটা করিয়ে নিই। Okay, try out this sum. In what ratio? Now see, this is a very popular sum. Okay, this particular number 7, this is SSC CGL tier 1, but this particular sum is very common in CAT. In what ratio sugar at rupees 30 per kg should be mixed with sugar at rupees 45 per kg, so that on selling the mixture at rupees 42 per kg there is a profit of 20%. Now remember that whenever profit percentage is given, that means that selling price is not the actual price of the mixture. রিতমা ফোন করছে কেন? আটকে গেছে নাকি?
স্যার ভুল করে
ও
লাগে
আচ্ছা
গেছিল।
আচ্ছা
হ্যাঁ
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে। Okay, in what ratio? Okay, so see this, there is a profit percentage given. Selling price, on selling that mixture at rupees 42 per kg, there is a profit of 20%, right? That means 42 is not the actual price, actual average price of the mixture. This is the SP. You need to find out the CP. So first of all, find out the CP of the mixture. So SP is 42. Okay, so SP is equals to what? CP. plus P% of Cp. So Sp is 42, find out Cp.
Sir, 35.
35 is the Cp, বুঝছে? ওরকম ভাবে করে এটা কপি করেছো তো? What is the Sp? Sp is 42. So key formula, Sp is equals to Cp 1 plus P%, right? So what is the Sp? 42. So the profit is 20%. $35. This 35 is the actual average price. Niladri, did you get this? Niladri, Ritoma, Supratim?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will apply our irrigation rules. In what ratio sugar at 30 per kg? So cheaper one should be mixed with sugar with 45 per kg. Expensive one, and what is the average price? 35. Cross, 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 cross. 5, 10. This is the cheaper. This is the expensive. Of course. এর ওপর এই যে এসপিটা বানিয়েছো, এটা তো প্রফিট পার্সেন্ট করে তো বাড়িয়ে দিয়েছে। সেটার সাথে তো মিক্সচারের কোয়ান্টিটির কোনো সম্পর্ক নেই, আমার অ্যাকচুয়াল মিক্সচারের প্রাইসটা চাই, ঠিক আছে? এর জন্য প্রফিটটাকে এক্সক্লুড করতে হবে। সো ইন হোয়াট রেশিও? ওকে, সো দ্য চিপার, সো ইট হ্যাজ বিন আস্কড চিপার বা এক্সপেন্সিভ, ওকে?
হয়ে গেছে স্যার।
ওকে ওকে,
1:2.
2:1. 10 by 5, right? 2:1. Option A.
Sir, we will not see this 10 and 5. We will see 30 and 45. Right?
No, we will say 10 and 5, otherwise why did we do this? 30 and 45 was already there, then what was the use of doing this thing?
So we will see 10 and 5.
Okay, what you get after subtraction, that you should see. All right, very good. কপি করেছো? বুঝতে পেরেছো? Now the next one, very important. Please write down this one, okay? Keep this formulas in copy. I will not send pictures of this, otherwise they will remain ছবি হয়ে যাবে। পিকচার পাঠালে ছবি হয়ে যাবে, ঠিক আছে? তাই জন্য থিওরেমগুলো লিখে নাও। A vessel full of wine, a vessel full of wine contains a liters of it. A vessel full of wine contains a liters of it. A for apple, so a liters of it, of which b liters are withdrawn. Of which b liters, okay, b liters are withdrawn. The vessel is then filled with water. The vessel is then filled with water. The vessel is then filled with water, okay? Next, b liters of the mixture. Next, b liters, remember the quantity remains the same. Earlier also b liters was removed, now also b liters is removed, okay? Next, b liters of the mixture are withdrawn. Next, b liters of the mixture are withdrawn, and again the vessel is filled with water, and again the vessel is filled with water. This process is repeated n times. Very, very important sum. Very, very important theorem. Okay, in every alligations and mixtures, almost every exam, this sum on based on this theorem will definitely come. This process is repeated n times. Then I am writing down the formula. Wine left in the vessel after nth operation divided by original quantity of wine in the vessel is equals to, very important, a minus b by a whole to the power n. Now in CAT, what you get is that whatever concepts we will discuss, you will get some combining all these concepts. A minus b by a whole to the power n. All right. Please copy this. No, this sum has a mistake. ভুলভাল ডেটা দেওয়া আছে, এটা করো না। Okay, yeah, I'm sending this sum. Yeah, please do this. Illustration 3. Can you please try this sum which I have just sent? A vessel contains 125 liters of wine. 25 liters of wine was taken out of the vessel and replaced by water. Then 25 liters of mixture was withdrawn and again replaced by water. The operation was repeated for the third time. Okay, that means 3 times it has been done. How much wine is now left in the vessel? কত আসছে 64 by 64 by 125 is wine left in the vessel after nth operation divided by original quantity of the wine in the vessel. You need to find out wine left in the vessel, so that means you need to multiply this with the denominator, this one, that is 125. তুমি 64 by 125 পেয়েছো, তোমাকে নিউমারেটরটা বার করতে হবে, which is wine left, সেটা কি 64 by 125 into 125, that is 64. Tell me if you could do this or if you have doubt. Niladri, Ishika, Ritama, Supratim.
স্যার
No,
হঠাৎ
sir.
লাস্টটা মাল্টিপ্লাই করলাম
No,
কেন?
sir.
Okay, because see the question it is given how much wine is now left. That means you need to find out the numerator. 64 by 125 is the ratio of the amount of wine left by original quantity of wine. Right?
ওকে স্যার, আন্ডারস্টুড।
Yes, you need to find out wine left. So 64 by 125 into 125. Yeah, Niladri, Ishika, Supratim, এটা পেরেছো?
Yes, sir.
হ্যাঁ স্যার। ইয়েস স্যার।
এটা একবার বুঝলাম আরেকবার করুন।
Okay, okay, আমি এটা করছি। Okay, so wine left after nth operation by original quantity of wine. So what is the amount of wine there? 125 minus, you see, a vessel contains 125 liters of wine. 25 liters of wine is taken out and replaced by water. So what is the value of B? 25. What is the value of A? Again 25. How many times it is done? 3 times. দেখো তিনবার করেছে। 25 liters of wine was taken out of the vessel, that is one time. Then again 25 liters of wine mixture was withdrawn, one time. This operation was repeated for the third time, so that means 3 times it has been done, right? So 1 minus 25 by 125 to the power 3, okay, that is going to give 4 by 5 cube, 64 by 125. But what is the 64 by 125? The 64 by 125 is the amount of wine left divided by original quantity of wine, which is 125. I need to find out only wine left. Then what will happen? This 125 will get multiplied over here. It will cancel out and it will give me 64. Got understood?
ডিরেক্ট 64 তো লিখতে পারি।
64 ও লিখতে পারো তুমি ডিরেক্ট, একটা স্টেপ করে দিলে কি অসুবিধা আছে, ডিরেক্ট লিখতেই পারো, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। Okay, now next formula, write down. We have two more. Yeah, two more. Next theorem. There are n vessels. There are n number of vessels. There are n number of vessels of equal size. হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, এটাই হচ্ছে প্যাটার্ন। ওই অ্যামাউন্টটা কিন্তু কনস্ট্যান্ট থাকবে, এভরি টাইম দ্যাট সেম অ্যামাউন্ট অফ মিক্সচার উইল বি রিপ্লেসড। There are n vessels of equal size. Okay, there are n vessels of equal size filled with mixtures of liquids A and B, filled with mixtures of liquids A and B in the ratio, A and B, take write down capital letters, okay, filled with there are n vessels of equal size filled with mixtures of liquids capital A and capital B, okay, in the ratio A1 is to B1 is to A2. Sorry, A1 is to B1, A2 is to B2, A3 is to A3 is to B3. A1 is to B1, A2 is to B2, A3 is to B3. Okay, dot dot dot. If the contents of all the vessels if the contents of all the vessels are poured into a single large vessel, if the contents of all the vessels are poured into a single large vessel, then no, then quantity of liquid A quantity of liquid B equals to, see how we will remember this formula, A1 by A1 plus B1, A2 by A2 plus B2 plus A3 by A3 plus B3 dot 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 AN by AN plus BN whole divided by B এর জন্য কি নেব, B টা নেব। One second, Vikram sir is calling me. Yeah, hello sir. Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sir. Okay, okay, okay. professor from IIM Calcutta. So, Dr. Nilotpal Chakraborty. Actually, I got a call from Vikram sir. So Vikram sir is a friend. His name is Dr. Nilotpal Chakraborty. He is a professor at IIM Calcutta. Okay, and he wants to set up an online forum. I mean, what is an online coaching institute sort of thing, where students can study for this TOEFL, okay, or those type of subjects where they can go abroad and study. Okay, so Dr. Nilotpal Chakraborty along with Vikram sir and many other people, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why Vikram sir told him that I am the ideal person to talk to. Okay, so I told Dr. Nilotpal that, I mean, qualification wise, I am nothing. Okay, because they are IIM professors. I don't know. I mean, why Vikram sir thought me I am the ideal person. Okay, but anyways, let's see. I mean, they want to, I mean, team up with couple of teachers. Okay, and develop this forum. Okay, so they have taken a WhatsApp number. This person is in Udaipur in Vikram sir's home, and he is going to travel to Singapore. His son is a professor at Korea or China. They have taught. Okay, and then we are going to have a formal meeting next week. Okay, let us see what this happens. What sort of new opportunity is this? Okay, so A1 divided by A1 plus B1 plus A2 divided by A2 plus B2. Okay, A3 divided by A3 plus B3 dot 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 AN divided by AN plus BN, and he's a Bengali, but I am Calcutta professor. Okay, and for quantity of B, it is going to be B1 divided by A1 plus B1. Okay, so quantity of A by quantity of B is equals to A1 by A1 plus B1 plus A2 by A2 plus B2 plus A3 by A3 plus B3 dot 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 till AN by N plus BN whole divided by B1 by A1 plus B1. See how we will remember. For A, we are writing AAA. In the denominator, we have the same thing. For B, we are writing BBB, and in the denominator, we have the same thing. Okay. Now, see, remember this one. Here, we have a thing that the third vessel in which we are putting the mixture. Sorry, each the vessels which are containing these mixtures are of the same size. The vessels containing these mixtures are of the same size. Okay. Remember. Now, I am going to write a formula where the vessels are going to be of different size. The vessels are not of the same size. Hmm? হ্যাঁ, এটা অন্যভাবে অন্য থিওরাম, write it as a different theorem only. There are n vessels of sizes. Singapore number. Okay. There are n vessels of sizes C1, C2, till Cn, filled with mixtures of liquids A and B, in the ratio, the rest of the part is same. A1 is to B1, A2 is to B2, AN is same thing. Okay. If the contents of all the vessels, are poured into a single large vessel, if the contents of all the vessels are poured into a single large vessel, okay, then now the same formula, only what will happen, here will come C1, C2, C3 till Cn. Here will come C1, C2, C3 till Cn. Okay, that's the only difference. You multiply the quantity of the vessels, that's it, capacity of the vessels. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
I mean, nothing, this is really nothing. I'm sending one sum.
So can you repeat the first line of the first theorem? I missed
First line
the
of the first theorem. See, the first theorem didn't have any
yeah,
line actually.
before
So which
no before that A1 is to B1. Did you say anything? I got missed out.
uh, okay, there are this third one, this last one which I said, there
No,
are,
the first one, like
okay,
before that A1 is to B1. That
okay, there are n vessels of equal size. Okay, there are n vessels of equal size
okay, okay,
filled with mixtures of liquids A and B. This was prior to this one. Okay, the previous theorem had
okay,
all
sir.
the
Okay.
vessels of equal size. In this one, the vessel is of different size. তার মানে আমাদের নেক্সট টক টু এক্সপার্টের লোক জোগাড় হয়ে গেছে, এনাকেও একদিন ডাকবো। I have sent one question, please try to do this one. হুম
অপশন বি।
অপশন বি কারেক্ট।
স্যার এটা একটা সোজা মেথডে হয়ে যায়।
হুম
মানে একটা যে যদি মিল্ক আর ওয়াটার থাকে, মিল্ক গুলো সব একটাতে নিয়ে নিতে আর বাই ওয়াটার করে দিলেই তো বেরিয়ে যাবে।
কি বলছো সবকটা?
সবকটা স্যার ওই মিল্ক আর মিল্ক ধরুন যে কটা আছে, ধরুন
হুম
ওই টু টু, তারপরে আপনার থ্রি
হুম
আর ফোর,
হুম
এটাকে 2/7, 3/7, 4/9 করলাম,
করলে
হোল ডিভাইডেড বাই 5/7, 4/7 প্লাস 5/9,
হ্যাঁ,
ওটা করলে তো আপনার চলে আসবে।
তো ওটাই তো আমি বললাম করতে, ওটাই তো ফর্মুলাতে দিয়েছি।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, আমি ফর্মুলাটা দেখিনি খুব একটা।
আমি তো সেটাই তো এর আগে বললাম, দেখো না ওটাই আছে, a1/a1 প্লাস b1 প্লাস a2/a2 প্লাস b2, সেই সোজা
হুম হুম হুম
ফর্মুলাটাই তো
হুম।
বলেছি। ঠিক আছে, তাহলে আজকে এতটাই রাখছি। ঠিক আছে, আমরা এই
ওকে
থার্ড
স্যার।
থিওরেমটার ওপর আরও আমরা কোয়েশ্চেন্স করবো। ঠিক আছে, সুপ্রদীপ তোমার এই সামটা পাঠিয়ে রাখো আমাকে।
আমি পাঠিয়ে দিচ্ছি
হ্যাঁ,
স্যার। ওকে,
কারণ আমাকে কিছু ডাউট সলভ করতে হবে, কালকে ডন বস্কো
ঠিক ঠিক।
এক্সাম আছে।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে।
Okay, so Ishika Niladri, so let's keep till here today, and we will do some more sets